Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, and it is a beautiful day here. So it's time after 6 months of hibernation to get the Morgan out of its little bubble that you see behind me. The car's actually not been started for 6 months, so I just thought I'd show you through some of the checks I'm going to do on the car as we get it out, and hopefully it's going to start, but let's go and see. During the winter storage of this car, I use a Carcoon, which is a air-controlled chamber that basically sits the car in a bubble of air, and it just means the car is perfectly preserved. So we're going to go in there, check it out, and see how we're getting on with it. Now, this car hasn't moved for 6 months, and I've just unzipped its air chamber, and as you can see in here, this system has filters which operate down here, and it just blows air continuously in here, keeping the car at a perfect condition. So you can see there's not a single piece of dust on this paintwork after 6 months of storage. So anyway, we need to get the car started, but before I do that, it is on a trickle charger as well, as you can see here. I'm going to disconnect all of this. I'm then going to check the oil and the water, and I think we're going to put some fresh fuel in it as well, because fuel doesn't last very long. We're going to check the tyres, but I think we'll get it out to do that, and hopefully it's going to start. So as expected, I mean, this car was only serviced about 600 miles ago. The oil is absolutely perfect. It's a lovely golden colour. So we know we're good with that. I've also checked the water. So I think disconnect the battery terminal charger and let's give it a start. And this is just going to help the older fuel mix with nice fresh Shell V-Power, which is what I'm putting into this now. Fuel doesn't really tend to last very long, probably 6 or so weeks before it goes off. So bearing in mind this car's been in here since the end of September last year, which is 6 months, so the fuel's probably quite stale. So this should just help mix with whatever's in there, give us the best chance of starting. Plus, I don't want my fuel system being clogged up with a load of old fuel. So let's hope that this does the trick. It's been stored correctly in the Carcoon. It started pretty much in 20 seconds, so I'm really pleased with that. I'm not going to rev it too much. I'm just going to let it tick over for 5 minutes, then we're going to get it out, check the tyre pressures, and get it ready to start being used over the summer. Can't wait for it. Let's take a look round it and see what sort of condition it's in. So it's been inside the Carcoon, which is this bubble I was just talking about. Perhaps we can take a look inside this now the car's out. This is really quite a simple structure. It's just a metal frame, a bit like a tent, with a canvas top, and it just has these electric fans either side which just blow ventilation into it, and so it's effectively a bubble, and it keeps the car perfectly preserved during the winter. Has a built-in charger down here, and then a control system, and all the air going into it's filtered. So really good system, which I'd highly recommend. Anyway, back to the car. As you can see, I did clean this before it went away, and it had a coat of ceramic as well, but the paintwork is absolutely flawless. There's not a single piece of dust on here at all, so it's actually running really nicely as well, and it's all in perfect condition. So I'm gonna put some air in the tyres, and then I think this car is pretty much ready to be used. I'll go and fill it with fuel. But overall, that is how you get a car out of hibernation. So hopefully some nice months ahead of driving it, which I'm really looking forward to.